What up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Matt Wyatt. So, I want to give you my thoughts on a new indie drama called The Holdovers. It's directed by Alexander Payne, which some of you who don't know who Alexander Payne is, he's the man that made the film called Sideways with Paul Giamatti and Thomas Hayden Church, that film that came out in 2004. I thought it was a super underrated indie drama, and it's a movie that you should watch. And he also directed that 1999 film called Election with Matthew Broderick and Reese Witherspoon, which is another underrated film you should watch. I forgot that he directed that movie. And then he directed The Descendant, which got a lot of Academy Award nomination, and which I loved. And he directed Nebraska, which I haven't seen, but it got an Academy Award nomination as well. But I've been wanting to check that movie out for a while, and it's on my watch list. And he directed Downsizing with Matt Damon, which was a movie that got mixed response, but I haven't seen it, so I can't give my opinion on it. I'll check that movie out eventually and see what all the fuss is about. Now going into The Holdovers, it's taking place in the 1970s, and it's telling the story about Paul Giamatti, who's playing a history teacher who is a hard ass and gives a lot of the discipline to the students, but every student, including the faculties, hate him. And he's also being punished, so he's obligated to babysit some of the students that are not getting picked up by their family members during the Christmas holiday season. So that's part of his punishment. And when a lot of the students got picked up by their family, one student got left behind, and it's Angus, played by Dominic Sessa, which he's a character that is very smart and too smart for his own good, but he's also a troublemaker. And you got Devon Joy Randolph, who's playing Mary, who is a manager, a cook, and she cooks for the students. She also gets stuck during the holiday season, and they're all stuck together during Christmas. We see in a lot of these three characters are going through a lot of personal issues, especially Dominic Sessa and Divine Joy Rudolph's character, which both of them are going through a lot of emotional problems, especially with the character Mary, who is the cook. She's going through a lot of loss for her son that died very young when he was in the army during the Vietnam War, and she's processing through her grief, and she's also a hard ass. And Angus, who is played by Dominic Sessa, he's also going through a lot of issues too with her mom not being around a lot, and also she's married to a rich asshole that he cannot stand, and his father is no longer with him anymore, which I won't go into it too much. I don't want to ruin the film for you. And that's when we start to fully connect with these three. The whole core of the film is about Paul Giamatti is trying to be more empathetic and be a good listener to these two and listening through their problems. And I connected all three of them instantly. I loved it from beginning to end. I was going in this movie expecting it to like it, but I was not expecting it to love it this much. This movie absolutely delivers. It is phenomenal from beginning to end. It's very well paced. The comedic timing and the humor was great. I laughed my ass off. There are a lot of laugh out loud moments, and the drama was absolutely great. It tied on a lot of the heartstrings for me, and it's very heartwarming and very uplifting and emotional. And it's a film that you do not want to sleep on. Trust me. I think you're going to love it. You're going to have a great time with an audience, because I was with an audience. It was practically packed there, and they were having a good time, and they were laughing their ass off, including myself. I never felt bored. It was very well paced. I was emotionally connected with these characters. The tone was great. The soundtrack was never misplaced. It stayed true to the tone of the film. The soundtrack was absolutely great. If you haven't seen it yet, you definitely should. This might be in my top 5 or top 3 favorite movies of the year so far, but I believe that the more I watch it, the better this film gets. It's definitely a rewatchability, and it's another film that you should not sleep on. Do not wait for this movie to go out and to streaming on VOD or any streaming service platform. This is a great original film that you should go out and support. If you want to see an original movie, The Holdovers is one of them. And I hope that this movie gets an Oscar nomination, because it deserves it, including Best Picture. Paul Giamatti's performance is absolutely stellar. He can do no wrong because he's Paul Giamatti. He's incredible. And I love Dominic Sessa, who plays Angus, the student who is the main character in the film. He was absolutely fantastic. The chemistry did not feel dull. It felt natural, and it felt organic. And it never tried so hard to be funny. It was very subtling. It never tries to throw in the humor just for the sake of for the laughs. And also the character Mary, who is the cook, who was played by Devon Joy Randolph, she stole the movie for me. She became my favorite character. I was emotionally connected with her. I never felt bored. Go out and see The Holdovers as soon as possible. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. You will love it. I believe you will. Now, what did you think of this movie? For those of you who have seen The Holdovers, do you agree or do you disagree with me? Jump down in the comment section and leave me your thoughts. And for those of you who haven't seen it, are you excited for it? Are you looking forward to seeing this movie? Let me know. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. It's one click away, and subscribe to my channel for more videos to come. I would really appreciate your support. If you want to follow my social media platforms, the link tree will be down in the description down below, where you will find my social media platforms there. I'm more active on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. And I hope you guys have a great day, great evening, wherever you're from. And I hope you guys stay safe and take care.